Greetings, family. I give all praise and glory to the Almighty, Most High Creator. I have to say, there is a cat, a stray cat that keeps coming around, and he keeps meowing. If you hear him in the background, please forgive him or her. So, with this video, in these latter days, I'm going to show you with scripture and visual proof some of the children of the Nephilim, and I'm going to show you the majority of Lucifer's children. So, I've been working on this video for a while, but I was missing a piece. This video popped up yesterday, and this was the missing piece. Excuse me. This is a banner on a podium in Gaza. And if you count the fingers on the hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fingers. Nephilim. And if you read this, we're the flood, or we are the flood. I see this as mocking the Almighty. The Almighty is the one that caused the flood. They were not the flood. So, this is the banner for Hamas. Hamas is their government/military for the people of Palestine. And this is their banner that they show the world. Now, I've done a couple of videos talking about the giants, the Nephilim, and I use this scripture, Joshua 11:21 and 22, and I read, "And Joshua came at that time and utterly destroyed the Anakim, the giants, out of the hill country, from Shebron and from Debir and from Anaboth, and from all the race of Yasharal, and from all the mountain of Judah, with their cities. And Joshua utterly destroyed them. There was not any one left of the giants by the children of Yasharal. Only there was left of them in Gaza and in Gath and in Aseldo, or Ascalon." This is in Gaza. This is the people of Palestine telling the world whose kids they are. So, Christianity has us believing that the fallen angels and Satan and Lucifer, that they're all friends and all that other nonsense. And that's far from the truth. I'm going to show you that the fallen and the Nephilim hate Lucifer. And he is a man, and he is alive right now. And I will show you that. And I will also show you his children. So here's Isaiah 14, and I'm just going to start reading at 9. "Hell from beneath is provoked to meet thee. All the great ones that have ruled over the earth, the Nephilim, have risen up together against thee." And I'm going to stop right here. All of the great ones, the Nephilim, are raising up from hell to go against Lucifer. And if you look right here, and I'll keep reading, but this is talking about Lucifer. They are raising up against him. They are going to put hands on him. They are not friends. They that have raised up from their thrones, the Nephilim, their thrones, all the kings of the nations. So right here, this tells us that the kings of the nations are the seed of the Nephilim. Get a drink real quick. Number 10. "All shall answer and say to thee, Thou also hast been taken, even as we, and thou art numbered amongst us. Thy glory, and the us is the Nephilim. Thy glory has come down to Hades, and thy great mirth. Under thee they shall spread corruption. You do not do that to people you like. And the worm shall be thy covering. You do not do that to people that you like. The Nephilim, the fallen, and the fallen, they hate Lucifer. And you'll see why when I start more talking about the war. 12. How has Lucifer, that rose in the morning, fallen from heaven? He that sent orders to all the nations is crushed to the earth. So this tells us that Lucifer is the one telling all the nations or giving them their orders. Lucifer is giving orders to the children of the Nephilim, who are the kings of the nation. Okay. But thou said in thine heart, I will go up to heaven. I will set my throne above the stars of heaven. I will sit on a lofty mount, on the lofty mountains toward the north. I will go up above the clouds. I will be like the Most High. But now thou shalt go down to hell, even to the foundations of the earth. They that see thee shall wonder at thee, and say, This is the man that troubled the earth, that made kings to shake. Lucifer is a man, and he's been walking this earth for a very long time. This is the man that troubled the earth, that made kings to shake, that made the whole world desolate and destroyed its cities. He loosed not those who were in captivity. That is us. So we're going to keep going, and I am going to prove to you who Lucifer's children are. Keep going. Prepare thy children to be slain for the sins of their father. The father is Lucifer. That they arise not and inherit the earth, nor fill the earth with wars. Who is this talking about? Who is filling the earth right now with wars? America. But we have to go deeper, because there's a lot of different people types. There's a lot of different people types walking around here in America. Okay, so what we have to look at, the British colonization of the Americas. We know that the British are the ones that colonized America, the Americas, where it stuck, where they stayed. Okay, so the Americans that are here, that are in charge, okay, are the same people as were in the British Empire. Okay, hopefully that made sense. The British Empire sent their people over here to America, they colonized it. Okay, they're the same people, different accents. Okay, so America is a warring nation, but let's take a look at Britain. Okay, the Great British Empire conquered all nations except 22. Let me say that to you a different way. There are 195 countries in the world, and the British Empire conquered all of them except 22. So not only are the Americans gung-ho for war, so are the British. They have conquered more countries than anyone. So, what are the British? Okay, the British are Saxons. The Anglo-Saxons, in some contexts simply called Saxons, or the English, were a cultural group who spoke Old English and inhabited much of what is now England and southeastern Scotland in the early Middle Ages. Okay, this next part is important. You'll see later on in the video. They trace their origins to Germanic settlers who became one of the most important cultural groups in Britain by the 5th century. So what this is telling us is Anglo-Saxons and Saxons are Germanic people. They come from Germanic people, so remember that. Saxons. The Saxons, sometimes called the Old Saxons or Continental Saxons, were the Germanic people of the early medieval Old Saxony. So, the Saxons, the Anglo-Saxons, they're all Germanic. Now, we see that cat came back and he just broke my concentration. I apologize. Okay, so the Anglo-Saxons and the Saxons, okay, are the most warring people on the planet, and they are a Germanic people. Let's look at the Balfour Declaration. The Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War, announcing its support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, then an Ottoman region with a small minority Jewish population. Okay, the British government, the Saxons, the Germanic people, are the reason why they were able to go in and kill millions of people in the Middle East just to put the Ashkenazi Jews in there. Now remember, the Saxons, the Anglo-Saxons, they're all Germanic people. And so are the Ashkenazis. DNA from a medieval German cemetery opens a window on the history of today's largest Jewish population. Basically, they found a cemetery, dug up the bones, they do what they do, and this is the important part. Before the remains were reburied last year at a nearby cemetery, they yielded a gift, DNA that is shedding light on the origins of the Ashkenazis, the major Jewish population that emerged in Germany in the Middle Ages and later expanded into Central and Eastern Europe. The Ashkenazis are Germanic peoples, Saxons. They are the same people as the British. They are the same people as the ones that are here in America. Who are Lucifer's children? Who are Lucifer's kids in these latter days? If we look at history, knowing that we're in the latter times, to me it looks like it's the Germanic peoples. So basically what they have done, the Germanic peoples of the British Empire, okay, which are Americans, same thing. What they have done is went over to that other land, killed millions of people, so they can put more of their Germanic people right in the middle of their land. Like I said, what we are witnessing is a war between Lucifer's children and the children of the fallen. Now, why? What would make the great ones raise up to put hands on Lucifer? It could be that Lucifer and his children are actively mass killing the children of the fallen. One other thing here. Why Egypt and other Arab countries are unwilling to take in Palestinian refugees from Gaza. Maybe they don't want to take them in because they already know what they are. So, Isaiah 14 is latter prophecy in the latter days. It's right before we go home. Could this possibly be the start of it? What are your thoughts? And as always, we have nothing to fear. The Almighty has told us exactly how this is going to go. He told us giants are coming to us. He told us giants are going to be climbing through windows. He's told us everything that we are going to see in the latter days when our captivity is lifted. There's nothing to fear. All praise and great glory to the Almighty Most High Creator. Have a beautiful day in the Matrix, family. And may the Almighty give you the spirit of wisdom to navigate this horrible movie that we're living through, or this matrix, whatever you want to call it. Have a beautiful day, and may the Almighty continue to show his face towards you.